Hi guys, welcome back to Finpact. So today we're going to cover why is the Bitcoin price falling. Now, here's the key thing. I do think we are going to see a reversal in the Bitcoin price soon. I believe most of the outflows from the Bitcoin ETF are almost over. So what's been happening is that when the Bitcoin ETF was approved, a lot of excitement built up. People shorted Bitcoin. So there were a lot of short sellers. So there was a bit of a short squeeze going on, but more so there were lots of shorts. And for those of you guys that are new to trading, shorts are when people predict that the price is going to fall. So they're betting against the asset. The thing is, they were selling on the news because when there's a big piece of news, we see a huge run. And we did see Bitcoin reach around $45,000, I think even $46,000. Right now, it's sitting at $39,000. And I don't think we're going to see a price like this again. I think we might go down to around $38,000, but it's a good entry point in my non-financial advisor opinion, just going by what's happening in terms of the sentiment and the outflows from the Bitcoin ETF. The same has happened for Ethereum. You can see that Ethereum is sitting at $2,184 and it was around $2,600. So it's down almost 14%, so 13.56% in the last 7 days. Whereas Bitcoin has now already almost factored in the price drops, and I believe Ethereum is now getting there. People have done this because there has been good news, the approvals of the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, and people sold on that news. The second part is that the fear and greed index is currently neutral. This is the perfect risk to reward return entry point for people to go and buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and the top cryptocurrencies. Now, we all know about the FTX fiasco, FTX's collapse, and well, what they have done is that they had a lot of shares with Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF. Now, they ended up selling 22 million shares of the Bitcoin ETF, Grayscale's one, and that's around $900 million worth. That much Bitcoin is being flooded into the market. Naturally, the price is going to tank. This is good for the FTX creditors, those that didn't receive the funds, because now, FTX has collected $900 million of funds that they can use to pay back their creditors. Apologies, just a correction. They actually sold Grayscale's Bitcoin fund, not the ETF. They did this before the fund was being converted into an ETF. But guys, this is temporary because when there is positive news in the crypto sphere, there are lots of people that short different cryptocurrency prices because they know that the rally gets factored in. So Bitcoin's price will rise. But then when the outflows happen, that's when they are banking on the prices from falling because people know that the price will rally. So they decide to short and then get a profit because there is a crash literally right after. I don't know if that made sense to you guys, but I'll just explain it in another way. So everyone is expecting Bitcoin's price to rally, right? Now, there was some inside work. FTX decided to sell their shares. Obviously, they can pay off their creditors, which is good for the creditors. But there were also a lot of traders that expected this to take place once the SEC approval happened. And so they decided to short, which is weird. You'd think that people would buy on positive news. Actually, these days, people are selling on positive news because the markets are generally quite efficient, providing that you are excluding what happens on the inside with the big financial institutions and the large scale funds and FTX and Grayscale, for example. So people were shorting. So that's what happened. A lot of outflows went outside of the Bitcoin ETF. But the good news is that the outflows, as said in this tweet from the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF, are actually becoming inflows into other ETFs. So investors are only reshuffling their funds into other ETFs where they believe they can make more gains. So those of you guys that are new in finance, ETFs are exchange traded funds. So normally funds are long-term investments, but ETFs can also be used for short-term investments because they are liquid, they are on the market, and anyone can sell and buy them. And all of this has caused the ruckus and the price falls in crypto. But these are temporary, so don't worry. I think this is actually a great entry point for those of you guys that missed out and were seeing Bitcoin at around $45,000 and thinking, oh, I need to buy, there's a new bull run coming. There is a new bull run coming, but a lot of people are looking for the right entry points, and a $39,000 Bitcoin is a very decent entry point in my opinion. Again, that is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research. As you've seen, cryptocurrencies are highly volatile. Now, the good news is that the outflows from the Grayscale Bitcoin ETF have slowed down. This is why I think the positive news of the Bitcoin ETF approval has been factored in. The shorts have slowed down, so Bitcoin's price is unlikely to fall too much more. I don't think the price will go less than 37,000, maybe 36, but either way, those are all decent entry points, especially if you are holding Bitcoin for the long run. If you are holding it for a short-term trade, then it's still, in my opinion, a decent entry point. And lastly, there has also been another piece of good news, and that is that Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, so BITB, lots of different places have different Bitcoin ETFs like Grayscale, have become the first US Bitcoin ETF to publish the Bitcoin addresses of its holding. So you can see where the flows are going directly on the blockchain. So this sort of disclosure helps build trust, transparency, and helps you research more as to which ETF you are investing in. And I believe the funds that disclose their addresses on the blockchain are really building that ethos of transparency, which is fantastic. And anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button and that bell notification so that you get informed on when I release a video, as a lot of the information is time sensitive. As you know, the crypto markets move incredibly quick. So yeah, this is why I believe right now Bitcoin is a buy, and the price fall is actually a great thing for people to load up. But again, that is not financial advice. I am simply sharing my opinions and my experiences, and I'm not a financial advisor. So remember, capital is always at risk in the cryptocurrency markets. So yeah, bear that in mind and do your own research. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.